studying these books. But do we get the right input? I once saw this expression, the cake diagram. Guess what they're talking about? The cake diagram? Pie chart, pie diagram. Okay? Cake diagram would be something really stupid. And this is one of the reading exercises, the reading passage here. This is really amazing, right? Because in BCT, you have lots of passages, and these passages show a variety of genres. Okay, and so for this practice material, they try to imitate they model after this trend there, but then the language is really cool. Okay, you won't say rented. Except for rent. To let. But I'm not kidding. This is real. This is real. Our kids are getting input like this. And then do you see from a rental ad a postscript? What are we teaching our students? Rental ads are typically like this. It's short. We're talking about authentic materials, right? This is far from that. Okay? So maybe this is for high school or even for college students. But then this is really too much. Something that I often say is that if you have input like this, then it's like garbage in, then trash out. You don't get any meaningful learning. Okay, so, but this is not just for the practice books, okay? Back in 2009, when the executive yuan was talking about promoting bilingual science, the use of bilingual science, actually we saw lots of strange signs there. Okay, like this is the drawing. It's still there. I was amazed. Okay, watch your step. But they had careful threshold. I'm not kidding. Go visit there. Okay. Anyway, my point is that we should provide good input. Okay. So here, parents are concerned about age issue. The earlier the better, but that's not right. Okay. It's not always the earlier the better. You have other factors to consider. You have the teachers. You have the models to learn. Are your ways of learning English the traditional ones and things like that? And the other thing is the quantity and quality of input. If the input is not right, then it's not going to go far. Okay. One more example here is that we sometimes have quality input which is quite good. Okay, but we are not showing any attention to this input. Like for example, you see this all the time. I'm talking about every city, right? If you take the bus, if you take the MRT, maybe you will get started on this. I'm not sure, okay? But even if you have signs like this, still, okay. See, in junior high, we teach no followed by gerunds, right? It's everywhere in the MRT stations. Kids just don't pay attention, okay? And for a passive sentence like this, it's quite good. Okay, but then what I have witnessed is that in the MRT trains or when I observe students in the MRT station, they usually read their books. They don't bother to look up and have a close look at the signs. They only focus on what's in the textbook. That's what counts, nothing else. But then this is the wrong attitude. if you have this kind of mentality, then you're not going to improve. Okay? And so, and the other thing is, how do you say 转运站 in English? That was the question I asked one of the high school students when I saw him reading an English passage, so I was kind of curious. So I asked him, how do you say 转运站? And then he said, change station. Then I asked him to listen carefully when the next stop. That was 中正纪念堂. I asked him to listen carefully how they say it in English, because in Taipei City you have Chinese, Yunnan, Hakka, and then finally English, right? So when it comes to the English part, he was very attentive, and then what you heard is something like John Kai-shek Memorial Hall, transfer station for line 2. And they said, it's transfer station. Just with an amazed look, he never paid attention. That's the first time he paid attention to a transfer station. So this is what I mean by apathy. Our students care only about what's in the textbook. What will be tested? They don't try to hear or read signs around them. If we can change this, there's hope for English to improve. If they still are apathetic to the English around them, there's no hope. English will still remain a subject for tests. It's not going to be something useful in life. Okay? Okay, so these are some of my observations. Okay. So our teacher's responsibility mainly is how to change them so that they will take the initiative when you hear English or see English around them. Okay. So these are the better kids. These are the better learners. They create their own environment. Okay. With the help of their parents. Okay. So I'll just speak this. You probably have heard stories, similar success stories. And here again, you see, nobody mentions that I studied English textbooks and my English improved. Nobody says that. It's always something else, not simply from the textbook. I've been reviewing the textbook for years. The textbooks are really about 5 years. And so, okay, what's in the textbook? What's emphasized in the English class? And you will see that your answer should be the textbook, right? And so, what's in the textbook? You have lots of practice on pattern. Okay, so this is the VING pattern. Preparing for the test, this is the sample sentence, and then they give you drills. Then I took the elevator, I happened to meet Mike. And you're supposed to combine the two. And you will have something like, and my American friends always laughed, saying, we won't say that. I happened to meet Mike when I was in the elevator. On what occasion would you say something like that? Probably not in informal conversations. But informal conversations is the impetus for further teaching, for further learning. If you can talk in everyday life, using English quite fluently, then you get this confidence to say more. And then using the structures like this is really difficult. This is more like writing. But in high school textbooks, in every lesson, they get you to practice something like this. They get you to practice very difficult patterns. And you're obsessed with this. Like the next sentence. The old man was rich, he didn't live happily. That's the answer you find in the teacher's manual. Who would say a sentence like that? Never. The old man was rich, but he didn't live happily. That's what they said in everyday life. We spend a lot of time working on patterns like this, and we ended up writing something like this. This is asking for language change, okay? Well, this person, Tim, okay, well, his English is not quite good, but then he managed to use this pattern. Being in military, meaning he's doing his military service. This is the pattern we just saw. If we learn well from high school, we should be able to say something more decent like this. Okay. And then when I talk to the book, the textbook company, asking why we already have in our curriculum saying that you don't need to teach very difficult patterns. If it's not in everyday use, try not to overwhelm or torture our students with patterns like that. Okay? This is in the curriculum guideline. We're saying if you don't have those boring patterns, we still can pass you. Their reaction is high school teachers say if you don't have this section, they don't know how to teach English. Is this true? I don't think it's true. But think about the commercial benefits incorporating patterns like this. That's the benefit. That's where the benefit comes from. They can write it on the 测验卷, write it on the 参考书 to torture the students with patterns like this. If this continues, I bet that our English still won't improve in significant ways. We still need patterns like that, but that's only for those who are going to colleges to graduate school. And in their thesis writing, paper writing, they need that, but not for all. But then the sad thing is that in every volume, you find something like that. We overdo it. And this shows something bad. And the other thing I need to mention here, before I close, is that sometimes teachers never intended to give their students sense of achievement. Okay, this is for primary kids. What's the goal of primary English teacher? To get them interested, to get them to like English through singing songs, playing games, reading stories, and now on the test part, you see something like this. They're training linguists. They're not making testing a fun part of the learning. Okay, this is for primary, and this is for junior high. This is a tag question. Tag question, you have a statement followed by a tag. 会问句, 附加问句. We have a native speaker here. So what should be the best answer?
Refuse all of them.
Yeah, see? We won't say anything like this. That's the reaction I get from my American friends. This is really a culture. Okay. So, in terms of linguistics, you may have embedded proposition and proposition in the main clause, and you can play with each other. Right. Junior high school students, come on. This is nonsense. Okay. Most native speakers probably would say, I don't think it is such a stupid thing. Right? One right takes care of all. Why bother with 10 questions? Think about it. Think about it. If you want to be communicative, don't torture your students with this. Okay, this is too much. Okay. So I want to end my talk with this. Okay, because I feel that if you have a different motive for learning English, probably you would do better. Okay, so when I went to Europe for kind of a visit in some of the schools, trying to see what kind of methods they use and how they get to have better performance. And then I asked one, I think that was a third grader, okay, why do you learn English? And the answer was, because I want to know more about the United States. That's why we study English. And you ask kids here in Taiwan, why do you study English? Because of the tests. Different answers means okay, different achievements, different proficiency levels. So we still have a long way to go. Okay. Family factors, family background factors, whether the teachers are competent in primary schools, whether the tests are giving students a sense of achievement and things like that. It's still a long way to go. Okay. That's all I want to share with you.
Actually, I was, because I was nervous and because of time, I did not, I actually took over Professor Zhong's get a job as the chair. So then Professor Zhong, actually, he is the chair of this session. So then Professor, could you come up here and then do your job? I'm sorry.
So this outbreak, as you see, I'm required to sit here as a moderator. And I think I'm happy, and I think we are, all of us are happy with this talk. And this talk has a beautiful ending, which means that it's never ending here. In the journey of our English teaching in Taiwan, there's a long way to go first. And I think Vincent's talk is one of the inspiration, insight, and a lot of benefit to our knowledge or experience. So I think it's time for us to open some time for your discussion, or comment, or suggestions about Vincent's talk. This is a rare chance for Vincent to be here because he has been quite very busy. It's usually 配6国相业 okay, that's his next of him. He used to be in a position of 6 departments, 6
when I was at
areas
CCU,
in CCU. Yeah. So now, any questions?
Please, questions, comments, or sharing of experience. Don't be shy. Okay, here's one question. Just press.
Professor Zhang, and in the talk, we saw that Chinese and English, they are 红花配绿叶 phenomenon. So, could you explain more which is the 红花and which is
Okay. I didn't write that sentence, so I'm not responsible. Okay, but basically I think the idea was that, okay, with English then you can go farther. Okay. So you have Chinese already. Chinese, you see, mainland China is rising, and so Chinese, there will be more and more Chinese speakers. So you already speak Chinese, so you already have the advantage. So if you have English, then you are doubly advantage in that sense. I'm not sure which is 红花. Maybe being patriotic, I'll say 中文是红花，绿叶是英文吧。Okay.
Any other question? 还有什么问题？用中文问也没关系，闽南话也可以啊。
Okay.
台语买通了。
台语买通了。
This is Xi老师. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Professor Zhang, I'm very interested to know because you mentioned several times about exposure to English, and also according to your speech, and then you seem to benefit a lot from your native speaking friends. So I would like to know your experience of language exposure, your exposure to English, from your American friends or from something else.
Oh, okay. Well, if I talk from my own experience, actually, my English began to improve when I was in second year in senior high. Before that, my English was really poor. So, starting from college, I suddenly fell in love with English. And so, back then, it was difficult to get input in English. So what I did back then was, for every movie, I watched at least 3 times. The first time, I listened to the English part, and then I tried to get the plot and everything. The second time I watched it, I just closed my eyes. Back then, you just pay for 1 ticket, and you get to see many times those in the 1970 something. Okay, so, and the third time, for the second time, I just listened, close my eyes, I just listen. For the third time, I take out a piece of paper, I write down 10 to 20, supposedly should be new words for me. When I went back home, I checked those words, checked their meaning, and I reflect on what I saw in the movie, see if I got them right. That's how I got to learn English. I didn't have American friends back then. So my point here is that you create your own learning environment. If you work hard enough, it's okay. Okay. So.
Yeah, but that experience sounds pretty classical or medieval, because now we are in the modern age with the modern technology.
Okay.
So do you have any, my question is, do you have any suggestion for the students, many graduate students here, how to increase exposure to English?
It's everywhere, right? Okay. You log on the web, it's everywhere. Yeah. YouTube, name it. So the key is, okay, make friends every day with whatever you see on the web. Focus on one thing you're interested in, then you're on the way to success. It's everywhere. So I recall one ELT scholar saying something like, there is no excuse for not learning English well, because it's everywhere. Okay?
Any more questions? Okay.
As a junior high school teacher, I found that there are many students who will give up their English learning in a very early stage. And I read an article that it says that because the listening, we have a listening comprehension test in the comprehension test for junior high schools, and that has made a lot of students, especially low achievers, who give up their English much earlier than before. So some people suggest that maybe we should stop adding that part of the test. And so what's your opinion?
That's a very good question. Okay. So in the curriculum, we encourage a balanced development of foreign skills. Okay. So if you don't have a good listening ability, how can you manage to express your ideas concerning what you hear? So actually this from the perspective of curriculum, this is something you should teach them. And the dilemma you face probably will be, gee, these are kids from poor families, they don't have enough resources. So that's why for the moment, we have some items, practice items. I think we already have 200 items for them to practice. Last year, we spent some time working on that. So nowadays, actually, if they have a computer, if they have iPhone or whatever, they should have access. The only problem is that they become apathetic. They don't want to do it. Otherwise, if you learn a language, the basic thing is you want to hear what people say. And based on what they say, you want to communicate your ideas. That should be the basic thing to do. But then here, probably what we can do to encourage the students is that listening is not that difficult. Okay? Because you're learning a language, you cannot do without listening. That should be the most basic thing. So, my point is, instead of introducing those difficult patterns, why don't you just get them to listen to lots of stories? Kids, from my observations, school observations, visits, when I witnessed kids listen to stories, they have sparkles in their eyes. So I don't see why we cannot teach them to listen to stories.
My experience is that some of my students will think the teaching materials in the textbook, especially the practice for listening comprehension, is quite boring for them. So sometimes they will fall asleep when we have the listening practice. But if I play the English songs or some video clips for them, they will feel
They will love it, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to practice those things from the textbook.
But we have that on our monthly exam.
Yeah. So this is something we need to have a different mindset. Okay. So textbooks are boring. So why do we have to pay so much attention to them? They are not teaching real language. So we're talking about school-based curriculum, teaching materials. Why don't we have a different mindset? Why do we have to follow whatever textbook says? When I get visitors from other countries, when they ask me who decides the direction of English teaching in Taiwan, my answer was always textbooks. It's not us. Not us. We have no power over that because once you use the textbook, what you care is only, will I cover every lesson that I should cover this semester? That's wrong. That's wrong. You should have more flexibility. You know you're a student. You should adapt and adjust. Don't follow everything they say because from my experience, the textbook materials are not really inspiring. I have to be very frank, okay? Because it's always structure-based. And do you know why kids will get disappointed? Because before they master the pattern, in the next lesson, they move on to a new pattern. They're always falling behind. And if this happens 3 times, they just give up. That's the cruel fact. So the teachers should give more flexibility because these kids are already slow when they started. So why don't we just have a different mindset?
Next time when you go to your classroom, just get rid of your textbooks. and try to put something new in your brain. Okay. Overall, in Vincent's example, it seems that most teachers are exposed to the so-called communicative approach, but their brain is still occupied with audio-visual approach, so translation-based approach, which is not a very good way. Okay, and due to time limitation, we are going to end this panel here. And let's give our hands for Vincent's nice talk. Okay.
Thank you, Professor Zhong. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a tea break. Refreshments are now available in the corridor outside the conference room. Please enjoy yourself. The next panel discussion will start at 11 o'clock. Thank you.